In music, you study theory, but then you have to practice. You have to practice your scales and on and on and on. And I learned that at an early age. I noticed in management or administration or PR or these things that you have to do, nobody practices it. Like, does the front desk practice answering the telephone? Does the front desk practice how to handle an irate customer? That got left out somewhere in their training. My name is Craig Ferreira, and I'm the owner and co-founder of Survival Strategies, which is a consulting company and training company, frankly, out in Los Angeles. And we have clients in all 50 states. We've worked close to 5,000 practices now. And the idea that we have is that I'm not a healthcare professional. So the delivery of the patient care is not my profession. But anything other than that in a private practice is my profession. Personnel, marketing, management, it doesn't really matter what it is. Actually, I got invited to speak at a seminar for a group of physical therapists in 1985. And my background had been in the communication training of others and in management, but it was in the field of business, not in the field of healthcare. I didn't even know what a physical therapist was at the time. I actually never even heard of it. And I've also been in about 23 countries, so I was not in the United States for quite a while. But the point is when I found out, when I started talking to these folks and the goodness they had, you know what I mean, and the care they had for people, I thought, you know, this would be a great field. And they had a difficulty that was interesting. They had to get their patients from doctors, but they didn't like interacting with some physicians. There was a bit of a problem there. So it was a really, really good fit. We've taken folks, well, Demi and Costa are an example. They've been a client of ours since 1996. And Paul Solofsky is another example of the results we've obtained, where he started with 5 staff and now he has 40 staff. Demi and Costa started with this, I think they had 1 practice, they went up to 12, and now then they sold some and now they're back to 6. So what is it that we do? Our job is to basically enable a private practice owner to expand their services as far as possible in their community. Why? Well, we believe in what they do. That's really the deal. They actually help people get back to work, they help people with their families, and I like that stuff. You know, it's not about money. Money is like trash, frankly. Money's kind of what you get if you do a good job. But that waking up every morning and knowing that a guy like Paul or Demi, they just open up another practice. Okay, awesome. Now we know that we help do that through the training. See, we have to enable these folks to get skills that they didn't learn in school, because they're trained as a physical therapist, but they're not trained necessarily as an executive, or how to do PR, or how to do marketing, or how to hire, or how to handle their money. All that stuff, it goes on. And when you're a practice owner, you know, fortunately or unfortunately, you have the responsibility to learn about those aspects of business, or you're not really going to make it. That's the problem. But we know how to handle that. Demi Costas and I have been friends since 1996 when they became a client with us. When we were in Jamaica last year, at my convention that we have, he sat me down and he read me the purpose of Hands-On. And the purpose was basically to enable an individual therapist to know how to PR and market themselves, to improve their life, to get the profession elevated. Well, that's what we do. So the alignment between my company and his company was kind of perfect. Now, why or what they do different is I know that Demi and Costas, they go for a result. Their attention is on getting somebody's ability to improve as a physical therapist. And our job is to get a physical therapist to improve in PR and marketing and management. I've been a professional musician actually since I was 13 years old. I started playing and learning guitar. 13 years old is a long time ago for me. I still play out in Los Angeles, and it's a complete passion. I love it. I know how to write music. I can write it. I've recorded. I've done a lot of recordings. I've done probably, there's thousands of live shows I've done over my lifetime. And why it's a passion is because it's art. That's the artistic part for me. Of course, my passion is my business, and of course, my wife and my daughter, and now our granddaughter. And those are probably, the last thing I mentioned, they're at the top of the list. They're the passion. And then there's I would say the business is second, frankly, because of what we do for people. But the art and the music that's my other passion. You know what? There aren't really any others. It's interesting. I focused on the one thing, which is music, and that's the idea.
To learn more about hands-on seminars, please visit www.handsonseminars.com or call 1-888-767-5003. Hands-on Seminars, the leader in manual therapy continuing education.